Okay, so that update I just had to download added subtitles here in the card selection screen. Okay, that's a neat touch. Ah, that's just cute. All right.
It didn't crash again. Was worrying.
Yeah. Okay, now it seems to be behaving. Let's see. Oof. Let's see. Honorable wall of snowflakes. Let's see. Habitrot's taking a bit of a beating, so... Alright, another bridal spin wheel. Also just noticed Habitrot's so tiny.
Very small. Smaller than me. A lot smaller than me. I am happy.
You finally found...
I'm happy for the existence of people smaller than me because it means that I'm not the smallest.
Yeah, it's better than the obvious, or not obvious, alternate. Alternative was the word I was looking for.
Which is?
Which was if you're like 6'1" or whatever, and you come across people who are even taller than you, and you're like, "Oh, I better not piss this guy off." Let's see.
I still think that I'm not short. It's just that you fuckers are all tall.
That sounds like something a short people would say.
Nah!
全ての怨恨を癒す我らが故郷権限せよロードキャメロット
Oof.
Okay.
Uh.
いいよいいともいいよこれ使う雑にかその辺だな
Ooh, good crit.
僕の花より手を出すからな
Oh, that's not good. It's getting a little out of hand with that disastrous curse ability. Let's see. There. It's so cute.
いいよ了解押し切ります急げや急げ明日が納期だハッピーエンドをお届けするよせーのブライダルスピンホイールこれ使う
Mash has been taking on a fair bit of curse. Brave Chain with Mash.
了解押し切りますそれは全ての傷全ての怨恨を癒す我らが故郷権限せよロードキャメロット
There we go.
倒します
Alright. This is why I hate fighting. All that work for almost no reward. That was amazing, Habitrot. I've never seen another fairy move like that. You think? Well, we artisans do need to be able to complete surprise rush orders in a single day. Me, I can make a new bridal dress in the time it takes the sun to set and rise again. That's why they call me Happy Cat the Speedster. I can't believe what I just saw either. No wonder Lord Boggart holds you in such high regard. Did the Wing Clan make that spool of yours? But wait, besides Mirian, the Wing Clan died out 1200 years ago. Mirian? As in Game Master Mirian? Huh, I didn't know she was still alive. Or maybe she passed the name on to her daughter. Well, whatever. Now that we've taken care of the Moors, how are you gonna show your appreciation? You gonna treat us to the kind of yummy lunch we deserve? I know we're not allowed to enjoy eating when Boggarts, but that won't be a problem in the castle town. Of course. I've been wanting to introduce Lady Mash to everyone anyway. Are you sure that's a good idea? Lord Boggart did say I wasn't supposed to stand out. It'll be fine. He won't be back until nighttime anyway. It was a big slog coming all this way, right? So it's only right we make the most of it. And the fairies of Sheffield love human culture, so they're not prejudiced against humans at all. Trust me, they're gonna love you down at the pub. They'll be happy, you'll be happy, and I'll be happy. Exactly. Besides, Lord Boggart prohibits us from treating humans like slaves. He says it's only fair since we've all been banished, so we really are equals here. Honestly, I don't know what we would do without our humans. In fact, there's one human woman in particular I'd like to propose to myself. Huh? Is that so? I guess Sheffield really is all about freedom then. And here I thought he was just talking big about not doing things like Queen Morgan. I'm sorry. You said you were all banished? Oh, you mean you didn't know? This place used to be a ghost town up until 100 years ago. It wasn't until Lord Boggart and the rest of us rebuilt it that Sheffield became what it is today. We used to all live in Norwich, at least until its Lord Spriggan had us all banished. We wandered around for a long time with nowhere to go until we ended up here. Which is why we can't just abandon Norwich now. We might have been banished from it, but it's still our hometown. So if the Queen isn't going to do anything about the Calamity Pool building up there, we will. That's why Lord Boggart's revolting against her. He wants to save Norwich before it's too late. Shortly before nightfall, the time of day known in your world as twilight, the girl stood alone at the top of the castle walls, looking out over the land of the Fae, at the Isle of Britain, beautiful and lonesome as it stretched out under the endless twilight sky. Another dress she looks pretty in. What are you doing here? Have you forgotten the way back to the castle? Oh, hello, Boggart. The scenery here is so nice, isn't it? You'll refer to me as Lord Boggart. I will not tolerate disrespect. And yes, of course the view here is nice. It's so I can see any enemy forces that attempt to invade my territory. Though I suspect you and I are using the term nice very differently. This was a battlefield. In fact, the bloodstains have only recently faded. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Not when I still don't know anything about this town. Does this... Yes? Did you say something, Lord Boggart? Never mind. Does the scenery truly seem nice to you? Even with all these desolate hills as far as the eye can see? In a world ruled by fairies rather than humans? Yes, it does. seems wonderfully precious. There's something very forlorn about this scenery, but something endearing, too. I can tell that everyone is suffering here. Rob, Vag, Winky. The people I've met in the other towns, the people of Sheffield, everyone. I don't know what it is that's causing their suffering, but I do know that, in spite of it, they all consider this their home. That they want to keep living here, even if it's hard. If so many people still love Britain, I can't imagine it would be such an awful place. Oh, shallow. This is exactly why humans are so difficult to deal with. Here, go back to the castle before you distract the soldiers in their barracks. I won't be back until late tonight, so talk to Habitrot if you can't sleep. I will. Thank you for your concern, Lord Boggart. Wasn't that nice of him? Lord Boggart really is a wonderful lord, isn't he? Don't let him fool you, Mash. Good guys don't demand people call them Lord. You alright there?
I'm fine.
You think so?
Just finished my grilled cheese.
Ah. You think so? I thought that was just to keep his reputation intact. After all, he looked very unhappy when I called him Lord before. What? That's even worse. Does that lionhead actually think he's some devoted husband or something? You're only married on paper. He's got no right to go around tricking my bride like that. Only on paper? So, our marriage is a fraud? Does this mean I'm actually a wicked woman who's deceiving kind and earnest Lord Boggart with my feminine charms? That I'm both the child of prophecy and a femme fatale like no other?
Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe you are. No wonder you're too much for Boggart to handle, especially since he's hopeless against anyone who doesn't detest him. You're practically his natural enemy. Man.
I'm sorry, I just laughing at that. Wait, so I'm not the child of prophecy? Does that mean I'm some wicked liar? You are so innocent.
Mash really is. She is
so innocent.
She is
you
precious.
were fed alive, and then you're like, wait, am I the liar?
She is precious eggplant.
Also, I'm starting to notice a trend with all the lost belts that Mash shows up in. She always gets separated from the group immediately.
I don't think that happened.
Like, at this point, why did they let her go out?
I don't think that happened at Atlantis, the Greek lost belt. So,
I didn't see that one. Well, I didn't see that one.
Let's see.
Like, if this happens this often, I'm starting to wonder if, like, why your bosses let you take her out.
To be fair, before the whole lost belt debacle started, she was kind of stuck on. She was kind of stuck as a navigator for Shinjuku, Agartha, Shimosa, Salem, and a good few of the events. So,
My point remains.
yeah. No wonder you're too much for Boggart to handle, especially since he's hopeless against anyone who doesn't detest him. You're practically his natural enemy. Man, Boggart's predecessor must have gotten up to some real bad stuff for him to be in this predicament. Huh? What do you mean he's hopeless against anyone who doesn't detest him? Oh, that? It's all about fairies' most fundamental desires and unique traits. Humans' emotions change all the time. One moment they'll want to be loved, the next hated. Or they'll want to protect someone one moment, then hurt them the next. But fairies' desires are much...
Sounds like... Sounds like Fae folk.
Yeah. Yeah, but fairies...
Yeah, little gremlin bastards.
But fairies...
Oh, fuck, am I a fairy?
But fairies' desires are much less mutable. In Boggart's case, he uses his rational mind to keep his violent impulses in check. So he can't make full use of his abilities unless he's both hating and hated by someone. Basically, thanks to who you are, it's impossible for him to be too aggressive. Thanks to who I am. But I still don't know who I am. I don't remember anything about my past. I didn't even know my name until recently. Before I came here, before Rob, Wag, and Winky began calling me the child of prophecy, I had no idea what I should do, or even what I was supposed to do. No, for that matter. Did I even have a self before I lost my memories? Why do you ask that? There's only one thing I've learned from losing my memories. There's something missing in my heart. Like there's a hole right through it. All the fairies I've met have a purpose. Something they intrinsically seek. Some of them help others for money. Some of them hurt others for money. But I don't have anything like that. Whenever I try to help someone, I always end up realizing the same thing. What is it I want right now? What is it that drove me to help them? I don't know, and it makes me feel very empty inside. I have a heart, so I know I can't get away with this forever. I don't think I was even aware of that emptiness before I lost my memories, but now I can't help but notice it. After all, I don't have any memories left to cover it up. Something was missing in me. No, that's not right. There's a gap in me that's long been ready to receive something, but I refuse to try and fill it. So I find it very hard to believe that there's anything I can do. Habitrop blinked in astonishment at the girl's surprised confession. Losing her memories was not all bad. It made her aware of a serious problem. Well, hey, most people don't really know who they are or what it is they want. They say that kind of thing becomes clear on your deathbed, but for better or for worse, we're still alive. You need something to drive you, a goal you can be proud of, that'll also help you learn to love yourself. You said you have a hole through you, right? And you're not trying to figure out what you should do as a person. You're trying to figure out what you want to do. Maybe that's not the kind of thing you notice when you're already leaning on others. But this journey is going to be just for you, so you can find it for yourself. Don't listen to her too closely. She's going to bail before this is over. It'll be a long, long time before the girl finds an answer she's comfortable with. For the time being, the fairy's words were just meant as advice to cheer her up, in the hopes that one day they'll form the core of the wheels you'll use to spin your own thread. Aww. Wholesome moment. Alright, next segment, no battles. Oh right, I almost forgot a very important part. Do you mind if we rewind just a little bit?
This time rewind?
I've been waiting for you, my lord. You must be tired after a hard day's work.
Is that your attempt at playing the model wife? Impertinent whelp. Don't think I don't see what you're doing here, clever lass. Playing along obediently will do nothing to change your fate. My only objective is the throne. Everything I do is in service of defeating the clans and killing Morgan. You are no exception, child of prophecy. I'm quite used to betting humans. I'm going to deflower you now. I will not be gentle. Whoa! Okay.
Okay, mate.
Should I?
So as you need to go on, I guess.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's even like the right phrase for that, but goddamn.
The face doesn't help. I am not gonna lie, I'm really tempted to just straight up skip this cutscene.
I need to see. Oh, I need to see the face. I need to see the face. Oh my god, that is a smug fucking face. You know, I was gonna call him. I was gonna say you dog, but he is. He is a dog.
I am really tempted to just skip the cutscene. Fuck the context. Should I?
Entirely your decision. It's your stream. I'm really glad Kojin and John weren't here for this.
Yeah, no. Screw it. I'm just gonna skip.
This would have been an absolute fucking shit show.
Yeah, I am just gonna skip the cut. I'm just gonna skip the cutscene this time. Screw that. That went a really uncomfortable direction.
Yeah. Especially considering that, again, MASH doesn't have any memories, so he's essentially taking advantage of an amnesiac.
Yeah, definitely does not help.
いらっしゃいマスターくん。アイテム交換だね。いいよ。そういうのも嫌いじゃないし。
Hmm. Yeah, just screw it. You can see the cutscene on like YouTube or something. I just
I doubt YouTube is hell. Okay, I was about to say, I doubt YouTube would let it stay, but like, it's YouTube. Who the fuck
It's
knows
YouTube.
what their idea is. I actually saw a meme that I found quite hilarious about YouTube's, like, how YouTube's run, and it's like, they don't actually have any people moderating YouTube, it's all just robots. And that's why it's so weird and inconsistent.
Yep. I believe there actually is a theory that basically exemplifies. It's something called dead internet theory.
Oh?
Basically the idea that there are so many algorithms and bots and everything, whatever, that there's not much actual people on the internet, and that's why everything on the internet just seems absolutely unhinged.
I do not know what you are talking about.
I see what you're doing there. It's very easy. Let's see. I did see that I had like 3 Saint Quartz right now, so let's see. I already have her. Screw it, gonna try it. Hail Mary roll. 2、票、と、さ、はい、銀、列、在、全、ほう。私の術、ケロ。Archer David. I guess that was a little much to hope for. Alright, anyway, back to the story. Now we're in Wales. How long until we get to Wales? Well, we're taking the scenic route instead of the main road so as not to stand out. So at this pace, I say we'll get there tonight, as long as we don't run into any trouble. Something wrong, Artoria? You've been weirdly quiet for a while now. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to make Silver Shinobi nervous, but I've been getting a really bad feeling. Like someone's been watching us all this time. I also get the feeling the carriage is going to flip over in about 5 seconds. Don't be silly. I'm Red Rabbit, the most elegant wind-like fairy horse around. I would never let a carriage I was drawing tip over, especially with passengers inside. What the... What is it? Are we under attack? Everyone, get out of the carriage! Hang on. We ain't under attack. The carriage just ran over something, it's all. What happened, Red Horse? Are the roads that bad out here? No, it's just... I'm sorry. I was just writing a poem while gazing up at the sky. And I didn't notice the large number of ferries collapsed on the road until it was too late. This is incredible. It's awful. It's incredible. There are 1, 2, 3, 6 of them blocking our way. We're alive. We're still alive.
They're zombies.
Please, help us. Our cargo just began acting up and attacked us out of nowhere. Hey-ho. We're not hurt too badly. In fact, we probably look completely fine. But the cargo took one of us away, down past that hill to that isolated cave no one would ever see unless they were looking for it. Please, you've got to save him.
This is such an obvious ambush, and
Yeah.
we're going to fall for it, aren't we?
You nice suckers. I mean, people wouldn't turn your backs on a fairy in need, right? Anyone else catch that slip of the tongue there? That hill over there? Got it. Come on, everyone. We need to hurry before it's too late. Oh, no. Artoria. Wait, seriously? Ugh. There's a fine line between being nice and being gullible, you know. You know, I'm actually kind of impressed she's managed to survive this long. Keep an eye on those fairies, Oberon. No problem. Good luck over there. I love how nobody except Artoria fell for that.
Because it's the most obvious fucking ambush ever. You can have it be slightly dumb without it being cartoonish.
Alright, let's see. So, Berserker, Lancer, and Assassin. So I'll need a caster, a saber, maybe a foreigner. Let's see. For saber, I think I'll have Muramasa. Because I have another Muramasa here, but he's A, support, and B, alter ego. For casters.
We're gonna need to get Artoria's head checked. I don't think there's an actual brain in there.
Any brain cell she has is reserved for her magic.
Apparently. So it's a dang good thing this girl knows how to breathe, otherwise we'd be screwed.
Yep. You know what? Screw it. Let's bring one of our own assassins. I think I'll bring Old Man Lee out. Let's set him out front. Let's get some kaleidoscopes out there, I think. There they are.
ダヴィンチちゃん参上。今日も元気に始めちゃおう。
Oh. That's actually pretty smart. The Berserker is a glass cannon, so this one has special resist up, gain resistance to all attacks. That actually is pretty clever. Tameshidono. I just realized I said Tameshidono when it says Tameshi Mono. So I basically just called somebody like Lady Tameshi.
Excuse me.
Let's see. I could go for a cheap shot right off the bat by using this to give somebody a full NP charge. You know what? He's alter ego. Oh, it's just short. Never mind.
まあもちろん。
先行く。
えい。そこ動かない。
やべえな、面白い。
All right. Let's get some charge on Da Vinci and chip away at the big giant.
ふむふむ。任せて。
先行く。
いくよ。せーの。
Oh yeah, they really buffed up that giant's defense. He didn't take any damage at all. Okay, let's go for some overcharge.
とても楽しかったかな。
Godslayer, alter ego exclusive skill. Apply Divine Spirit special attack. Apply Ignore Invincible and increase NP gauge for yourself. Okay. I might use that next turn. Let's use Da Vinci's golden rule. Uh,
私の宝具
折れんなよ。
みたいのかい？運命ですから。
that should give us a good layer of defense.
未完の馬よ、輝ける轍を残せ。ああ、人生はとても楽しい。ビューティフルジャーニー。
そこに至るはあまたの研鑽。気づきに気づいた刀塚。縁起をもって宿業を断つ。八重垣作るは戦士の刃。知った成仏していきな。
あ れはいつか見た終わりの星。多くの言葉、わずかなきらめき。どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのです。さあ、幕を開けてアラウンドスカリバーン。
Oh, did the
Okay.
stream? Wait, did the stream crash again? No, it didn't. It's just buffering on my end. Okay.
Okay. Godslayer EX. Sword of Selection. Let's see. Ooh, that removes defense buff. Oh boy. Let's see. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yep, that hurt. That almost freaking one-shot Da Vinci. As long as that giant doesn't try to double tap Da Vinci, I think we'll be fine. Okay, we're good. Alright, second verse, same as the first. Dream upon the star. And then... Okay, now the question. How do we take care of that giant?
希望の地楽園の後誰に呼ばれるまでもなくあなたは星をかざすでしょう。運命は誰のためにアラウンドカリバーン。
There it is. Okay. Needed that. Golden rule body. Protection of the lake. Charisma of hope. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, this one finally level 10, so hey ho! I don't know what I would have done for you if you guys hadn't come along. That's the last time I go shopping in Gloucester. I should have known that bargain set was too good to be true. You mean he actually was in trouble? I guess so. Now I feel bad for not giving those fairies a fair shake, no matter how suspect they seem at first. Are you alright? There aren't any other fairies who were taken away, are there? Nope, just the 7 of us. No 8th fairy around here. I gotta say though, you guys sure are strong. And by you guys, I mean the redhead. You, on the other hand, were crazy out there in a whole different sense of the word, lady. You were throwing out so many explosions, I thought you were going to blow me up along with your escort. Next time you ought to take a page from the young Mrs. playbook. She threw a bunch of stuff at the cargo too, but she never hit me once. Going wild's all well and good, but you gotta be aware of your surroundings too, especially when there's a hostage involved. Anyone else would be sicking a lawyer on you about now, you know? Oh, right. Because of the way fairies operate, of course they would know about lawyers. I know. You're right. I'm doing my best to overcome my clumsiness, so I hope you can be patient while I work to improve.
You bet. I'm rooting for you, lady. At least you've got guts, and that counts for a lot.
So, if you're feeling alright now, would you mind if we got going? Oh, no, it's okay. No need to thank us. Seems like it'd be way more trouble than it's worth.
You sure? Now that I made you help us out, I thought I'd take it easy by sticking with you guys for the rest of the way. But alright. Besides, we've got to head home and report to the boss that we're done taking out the trash. And here I thought we could rely on those escorts we bought. Thank goodness you guys came along to help us out. Thanks, gullible-looking lady.
You were taking out the trash? You mean to Camelot's pit? I thought soldiers were supposed to be escorts for that, since Moors tend to show up near the pit.
We would have gone with soldiers, but they say they don't have time for escort missions these days. That's why we got escorts from a beautiful lady in Gloucester instead.
She said she could have them cheap since we couldn't get the fine-tuning right. Koyanskaya. So she sold them junk she knew was worthless, huh? That fox woman sure is a piece of work.
Luckily no Moors showed up near the pit. Guess they're all gathered around Norwich now.
Sometimes I really worry what's going to happen to Fairy Britain. Between Gawain, the Fang Clan's biggest troublemaker, and Tristan, the Queen's pet psycho, the only decent Tomlin of the bunch is Lady Lancelot. Maybe I should make a break for the North. What am I saying? I could never do that.
We're the 7 merry brothers, Lady Aurora's faithful servants. Hi-ho, it's back to work we go. Thanks again for everything, you guys. You watch out for the Moors too, you hear?
I see. For the record, it's not my fault we didn't get there today. It's all on Artoria for dragging us into yet another rescue. You do all understand that, right? Also, do you naturally attract trouble, Silver Shinobi, or are you just unlucky like that? No, I wouldn't say that.
This did help me get my bearings in terms of using my blade and all.
Fairy Britain isn't like the other Lost Belts I've seen so far. I finally figured out how tough my blade needs to be.
Your magecraft ain't half bad either, Artoria.
I got no idea why fairies here say your skills ain't worth much, but I do know they're a great fit for me. My scabbard's feeling smoother than ever with you around. Glad you're on my side. Thank you. Same here. I see. Unlike fairy soldiers, Muramasa doesn't just use his own magical energy to fight. He also uses external enchantments as naturally as though they were part of his own body.
True, Muramasa's fighting skills are definitely a cut above the rest.
You said he's an alter ego, right? Does that mean he's not a pure servant? Well, Hey there.
Hello. You missed an interesting event.
Should I even ask?
I skipped that cutscene.
Yeah, best to err on the side of caution.
Yeah.
Unless you want both Twitch and the Angry Mosh stands after your ass.
Well, is it okay if we tell this story, Muramasa?
Sure, go ahead. Now's as good a time as any, Silver Shinobi. Besides, I don't need any...
He left.
Oh, yeah.
He immediately left.
It was probably just a connection thing again.
Probably.
Yeah. Besides, I don't need anyone coming to me later complaining about how I was secretly a bad guy all along, or how I could betray their trust, yada yada. Well, it's a long story, but here goes.
So, he's a servant mixture this foreign god made? And he's actually been fighting against Silver Shinobi and Chaldea up until now? Basically. Especially in Olympus, when he pulled off something really crazy right at the end. In fact, Muramasa, that reminds me. You were strong enough to cut Atlas's spirit origin in half. Yet you failed to assassinate Queen Morgan, and some other fae handed your ass to you. Can you explain to me how that works? Because I don't get it.
Nothing special to it. I'm just an alter ego who's optimized for killing gods. And that's only because the foreign god imbued me with divine spirits who are good at that sort of thing. Apparently, one of them's a blind god of war who is responsible for Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods. The others, well, kind of a wish fulfillment of mine. Don't ask. My point is, I'm not exceptionally strong or anything. I just don't have to use magical energy to kill gods. So Olympus was perfect for me. Scandinavia, well, Scandinavia would have been rough. You can figure out why. Skahak Skadi, I think she was called. If this alter ego version of me had met her, I might have flown into a genuine rage. I know the blind god of war would have had words to say about her of all gods being fooled. Anyway, there you have it. I'm pretty useful when I'm up against divine spirits, or in worlds where divine spirits are calling the shots. So if you're strong against gods, that must also mean... Now I see. I had a feeling this was the case, but you just helped me clarify it, Muramasa. The land of the Fae has no concept of religion, which means... Yep, there are no gods in Britain. Though I've no idea how this world ended up like that. It's damn peculiar. The whole world is ruled by fairies, but there ain't a trace of gods, the greatest mystics ever, anywhere. Well, that only makes sense, don't you think? I mean, it's only humans who desire gods. Fairies can do anything they want on their own, so they don't have to rely on a higher power for help. So of course their society isn't going to think up gods. You know, that is a good point. I'll have to write all this down later in my next message to Chaldea. I wonder what Holmes is going to have to say about it.
Holmes, the guy who's probably... yes, Sherlock Holmes, the guy who's probably, like, atheist, knowing him.
Probably, but, I mean, all the more reason for him to be the one to make the logical deductions and everything. I, don't know much about these god things either, so I can't speak to that. But you are still Silver Shinobi's enemy, right? I'm glad you're here helping us now, but are you really comfortable working alongside your enemy? Oh, you don't have to worry about that, Artoria. It's like I told you back in Gloucester. Now that you saved me, I'm gonna stick with you, child of prophecy. It's easier for me that way. I ain't usually one to find fault with my own work, but at least this one's a job I can finally get behind. So you're not fully on board with the foreign god's job, then? Are you freaking kidding me? Hell no. Damn thing's a pain in the ass. Even now, I still have no idea what the hell the foreign god even is. She just summoned me without asking, mixed some divine spirits into me without asking, and forced a bunch of work I never asked to be a part of on me. I've always been a maker of weapons, so I know my hands aren't the cleanest to begin with. But at least when I was alive, I could swear to the Buddha that I never went down the wrong path. Of course, now that I've got some other things mixed in with me, I don't have a right or wrong path anymore. So if nothing else, I'm going to make sure I do good work on any job I take on. It's the least I can do as Muramasa. That's very... you. Yep. Least I would be if I was still my original heroic spirit. That ain't exactly the case now, but I can still be fairly useful. I see. In that case, we'll be happy to work with you.
We could use all the help we can get now, especially from a heroic spirit we're already acquainted with. Once again, even if it's only in this lost belt, I'm glad we're on the same side. Senji Muramasa.
Thanks. Since I'm setting the price for this job myself, I'll be helping out any way I can. Anyway, on a different note. I don't really want to ask this, but as much as I disliked the guy, he was still a colleague, so... How did Limbo's final moments go? He got what was coming to him. I see. Alright. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that and just go to bed. Is anyone awake?
Oh, my knee.
You alright there?
My knee cracked.
Ah. Is it... Anyway.
Is anyone awake? They're not, are they? No, they're all sleeping soundly. I'll take that as a good sign. I'm pretty sleepy too, but I have to stand guard. No shady-looking things nearby? Check. No Moors nearby? Check. Don't you worry, everyone. I'll make sure Artoria stays safe. Ooh, the Autumn Forest.
And it looks like we've got another fight with a berserker and something else.
A berserker and an assassin.
I guess I'll go heavy with the casters.
I think I'll swap out my Castoria for... this one.
We're here. Welcome to my domain, the Autumn Woods of Wales.
I can see where it gets its name. Warm-colored leaves everywhere. It's Lord Oberon, everyone! Come quick! Lord Oberon has returned. Okay. These are actually pretty cute. These are actually cute fairies. And big caterpillars.
That's how they get you.
Please, Lord Oberon,
You
please.
don't see it. That's how they get you. Oh, there's a giant.
Please, Lord Oberon, please tell us about what you saw outside.
Thank you for the warm welcome, everyone. As you can see, I've brought guests with me today. This is Silver Shinobi. He watches over things just like I do. This is Da Vinci, the cutest genius you'll ever meet. This is Muramasa, who'll probably be kind enough to make us all sorts of useful things. And this is Artoria, the Child of Prophecy. See, I told you the Child of Prophecy would be willing to come all this way to this isolated neck of the woods. Now do you believe I was telling the truth?
Ah! What do I do, Oberon?
You don't have to do anything. They're just glad you're here. Oh, but don't try to hug them, no matter how cute they are. They're not used to being touched, especially by outside fairies.
These fairies are straight out of a picture book. Now this is what I imagined a land of fairies would be like.
Come on, fairies are fairies, right? I don't see anything special about...
Please, please, make me a helmet. I want to be a soldier. A soldier!
Well, I guess they're a little different. I can't tell what it's saying, but... What is it, little guy? You want a helmet that fits you? Yeah, alright. Anything made for humans obviously won't fit you at all. Hey, Oberon. Mind if I set up a workbench somewhere? Be my guest. Oh, but just stick to leaves and twigs for your materials, if you don't mind. They don't actually want to be soldiers, they just want to play pretend. I got it, don't worry. I'm not going to make anything real. Aw, that's cute. What about you? Who are you? Are you Oberon's friend? A real friend? That makes you our friend now. Please help him. Please help Oberon. I can tell they're friendly, but that's all I can tell. They're welcoming all of you here. None of the fairies who end up in these woods understand suspicion. There are no imitations of human society here, but we can at least put you up tents. Why don't you all kick back and relax while I go see what's happening outside? I'm counting on all of you to take care of our guests, okay? Don't worry. These people are all nice. None of them are going to hurt you. Okay, everyone. Ta-ta for now. I'll be back tonight, so make sure you save some dinner for me. Huh? Hang on, Oberon. At least tell us how we can understand what they're saying. And he's gone. I mean, at least we can tell these fairies are being welcoming to us, but... Indeed. I have no idea what these Welsh fairies are saying either. I also noticed Lord Oberon didn't bother to introduce me. That hurts, honestly. I wonder why. Is he just absent-minded? Oh crap, I forgot he was there too. I'm sure it just slipped his mind. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? If you're like Lord Oberon, you must get hungry too, right? We'll feed you, we'll feed you. Welsh chestnuts are yummy yummy. They say they're going to feed us. And with chestnuts, no less. That's amazing. Talk about a forbidden. You can almost never find sweets in the South thanks to the restrictions, but here we have a loophole.